has the I and the lows that they have to start the day with, that they have to learn from in life. And so when the morning comes, all you just have to do is to believe that it's going to be a good day. Glory be to God for all that He has done in the year 2024. With you out there watching us, finding time to stay tuned on Family and Values on Galaxy Television and many of our numerous programs. And the only thing we can just say is God be praised for your life, for my life, for our life, for Joy's life, for everyone in the studio's life, for everyone who has made it possible for you to sit down there to hear us when we speak. Yeah, voice is not being taken. You can visualize and see us, even if you cannot, hear us. So it's all to the glory of God that we're still here. Today, the 31st day, in the month of December 2024. Glory be to God that you can make it. I can make it. So this is how far God has helped us. This is how far God has taken us. Your family, my family, Joy's family, everyone's family. From Galaxy Television, we love you. We appreciate God's grace over your life. And we're not taking it for granted, because for you to stay tuned at one time or the other, whether by mistake or by error or intentionally, we love you. We appreciate God's grace over your life. And over this nation and all over the world, wherever you stay tuned to watch us, we are grateful. On all our social media platforms, our fans, our followers, we love you, and we're not taking it for granted. On that note, we bring you to Family and Values today, the last day in the year 2024. It can only be grace. And Family and Value comes up on your station from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Mondays to Friday. And today is another big day. So welcome to the show. My name is Olori Adejoke Ademidevi. I'm not going to bore you with so much talk this morning. All I just wanted to know is that whenever you wake up, because we all have our ups and downs, highs and lows, and we need to learn from them. So today is going to be a great day as we end the year. My name, as others will always call me, is Olori AJ. So the colorful babe sitting next to me, just like I'm colorful, she's also colorful this morning.
Good morning to you. It's good that we are here celebrating the last day in the year 2024.
Together
in good health. That's what is important. I was telling somebody this morning, I said in good health, in good strength, It's one thing to celebrate, but to celebrate in good health. Coming to the studio, saying Olori, seeing everybody, no bad news, no sad news. It's a great thing. Yes, it is. And to our wonderful viewers, just like Olori have said, it's been a wonderful year with you people. We appreciate it. We are streaming on our Facebook. Please, you can go to our Facebook to stream to watch us live, and on our YouTube channel. And yes, download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. I am Princess Joy. It's good to be here. I have a mixed feeling, though, but it's like I'm excited at the same time. So it's like, so tomorrow is going to be a different year. So it's a different year, different day, different feeling. So, and we are grateful that you're there, you're keeping us going. We have every day, waking up to see that you have people you have to impact light to all our guests. We appreciate you. And we know it's going to be another smooth year as we round up the year into another year. Welcome to the show and enjoy the show this morning.
Okay, enjoy the show this morning. Do you have any birthday shout outs?
No, but for everyone that will be celebrating today as we end this year, we are wishing you the very best from Family and Values. Those that are having marriage anniversary, weddings, lots of celebrations. We are wishing you the very best. Yeah.
Okay, I should wish you the very best. Happy birthday to Ngozi Emmanuel. This lady, I don't know who they do. Paparazzi pass. Yeah, happy birthday to you. Many more fulfilling new age from Family and Values, from Good News Center. Happy birthday. You live to celebrate many more. And yesterday, another wedding anniversary, which I missed. I'm so sorry about that. It's the 3rd year anniversary of my darling son and his wife. So happy anniversary to you. Many more fulfilling years together with much bliss and on in your moon. Happy wedding anniversary. And so everyone celebrating also. Wish you the very best of this year. Yeah, today is Olade Adekola's birthday too. So happy birthday to everyone born Abiodun. You know, you have lots of Abioduns. So you have them from 20, in short, someone from 20th will tell you I'm still Abiodun. And even into 20th of January, will still tell you I'm Abiodun. So to all the Abioduns, to all the Abes, we celebrate you and we pray it will not be the least of celebration, because anytime we're celebrating New Year, outgoing year, you are still there. On that note, we need to go for our mini feature, and when we come back, we'll introduce our guest because she's right here looking all kinky and the topic. Stay tuned. If you're just tuning in, Robert just taking off. So you heard it, raising a trophy child. Raising a boy you don't need to bail out, or a girl with sense. Raising a boy you don't need to bail out of trouble, you know, trying to find one way or the other to sort one thing regarding him or him out. And also, it can be him or her. Yes, it can be him or her. Okay? Not sorting him out or her out of bailing or finding them in critical situations that you look at yourself and you want to blame yourself for, or people want to blame you. And raising a girl and a boy with sense. Recently, I came across a young boy who was angry because his cousin actually defrauded him or scammed him. And he was so bitter. He was really angry. You understand? You can imagine the extent of trust, love, and bond. And this guy decided to just scam his own cousin. You know, closest cousin that, you know, I see, this is my cousin, you know, I share again, and now scammed him of huge amounts of money. So he felt so like, am I being stupid? So this is why we need to talk about this, because we're walking into a new year. What kind of child are we going to be raising? Because every year we need to also think of them, their well-being. And this morning we have none other to talk to us about this topic than our darling mama, Deborah's mama.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so good to see you. Her name is Deborah Ariori. I love that name, Ariori. Ariori, oh, Ọlọ́run mi, àmọ́ mo feel like, you know that song, but this one is Ariori. We have seen you before, Joy. You understand that we've seen you before.
Yeah, we've seen you before.
That's the topic.
And I love the unstoppable me.
Yeah, I told her too. I told her, I love it. I love the top and the down. You sure that down will look nice on me, you know, with my physique. It will look pa. Deborah's mama, it's so good to have you this morning. She is a teens coach and mental health personal advocate and a life coach as well. So we're talking about this topic, raising a trophy child. Now, for many of our viewers who don't really understand what it means, what does raising a trophy child mean? Who is a trophy child? Who benefits from trophy child? Is it all about the child, or who? Okay. What's it all about?
Thank you for having me once again.
You're so much welcome.
When you are talking about having a trophy child, it means that a child who you don't need to be there all the time. A child that is independent without you having to bail out, like we said, or having to guide us a certain time in life. And this trophy, let's just even take the word trophy. It means that you have won something. You have done something. Then at the end of the whole thing, maybe a raise or something, you are given a prize. And you know the excitement at the receiving time, receiving end of the whole efforts that you are putting, the practice you are putting, and everything you are putting into it, and you are receiving trophy. Let's take, for example, inter-house sports. Now, after the inter-house sports competition, before we have events, rehearsals upon rehearsals, and on the day, the real events come in, and after that, the trophy is being offered, maybe first position, second position, and third position. It is not just the players that are celebrated. Even everyone that have trained the player, everyone that have trained that athlete is being rewarded, in the sense that you are proud of yourself. Oh, I have raised this child well. So when you are talking about raising a trophy child, it means that at the end of the day, when we get to our old age, we can sit and cross our leg and say, I have raised a good child. A child who I don't need to run around for. There are people, even in their old age, they are paying bill, the real bill, police bill. Maybe their child is putting them in one trouble or the other. There are some people who will, just like even the prodigal son, you know, his father shared the property. There are people in real life, like present world now, that their parents will have entrusted them with something, and at the end of the day, they waste the whole thing. So when you are saying you are raising a trophy child, you are raising a child you can be confident of, you can be proud of, you can be, you know, rewarded for, and have a peaceful life.
Okay, now I know that it is not easy to raise such a child. It takes a lot of hard work, consistency, effort, a lot of you talk, you keep talking. But now, what are those key challenges that comes with raising an independent boy and also a girl? Let's include both girls and
both of them.
What are those challenges? Because sometimes you see some situations and you ask yourself, where did we lose it? I'll give you a very typical example. There was a video that went viral over the week of a young boy that sued the father for not buying an expensive car for him. And his reason was that he had been doing good in his classwork and everything, and the father kept promising, and now he's 21 and he's demanding a very expensive car from the father.
Nigeria.
No, and a lot of people were saying in the comment section that this cannot be African, or the parents the father didn't do proper training. Beyond that, it would have been that the father must have done a proper training. Beyond that, for him to say he did well in his classwork and this and that. But what are those challenges, key challenges, because we are crossing into in a year, that it takes when it comes to raising independent children, that you can, like my guest will say, that home will always call. When that home calls, can you be confident to send your child outside with your two eyes closed and know that when it's time, home will call?
See, like I said, and you also mentioned that parenting is an hard work. Like, it's something that you have to be intentional with. Yes, they are putting their effort. How consistent were they, even while raising that child? You see, something is missing for a child. The environment have also empowered that child. If you take, for example, now, one of the things we need to do as we are raising a trophy child is we need to break stereotypes. Stereotype in what sense? It means that maybe the traditional way of thinking that a boy is this, a girl is that. So even as I was thinking over this thing, I was saying even our modules, our educational curriculum needs to be changed. Because we still have in social study, they will say the father is the head of the family, goes out to look for what the child will eat, this and that. So we have trained our children to know that if a man is not working, then he's not a man. Or if a girl is not washing plates, he's not a girl. So we need to change that stereotype. We need to break it, that traditionally we are all, even in this age, because the only thing that is permanent is change. So we need to have that in mind, that as our children are growing up, the world is also changing, because we are in a jet world. We are in the world of Gen Zs and Alphas, and there are ways by which they think. So that guy has mixed up with the world. How well did we raise our children to mix up? Now, in this sense, it means that as parents, as we are raising our children, we need to be more intentional in even building friends around them. Let's build friends around them. As you have children, I have children, I am your friend. Do they know each other? Do they know one another? Do you have gatherings, social gatherings where you meet? But these children will go out, they bring friends home. You don't know where such friends are coming from. So they are mingling with the world, and when they come back, do they have an enabling environment where you are able to see where there is a change, as in change of mindset and or anything. As in they are bringing in something different to the house, different from the family values that you have created for them. So there's somewhere that parent has missed it. Either not knowing that child has gotten a different views, brought it to the house, and is exhibiting it.
Okay, it's time for us to go for a short break. We'll be taking a word on Marvel, and we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. It's so family and values, and we're back to our topic. We've been discussing raising a trophy child. Who is a trophy child? How do we think we can manage them and bring them to that state whereby at our old age, just like our guest said, we'll have this peace of mind that we can cross legs and go to bed and say, okay, if God should take me now, I believe they will be fine. So, I've been talking to Deborah's mama, Deborah Ariori.
Yes,
it's so good to still have you seated with us. And you're not running out.
Unstoppable me.
Unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable me.
I love that slogan.
It's a beautiful one, like I said earlier, and Joy too is confirming it. So it means one thing. The next question I want to ask you is, how do we teach a girl child self-worth? There was a day myself and Joy were giving instances of young girls in their teen age. Thank God you're a teen coach.
Yes.
Sit down on boys' laps and not mind the way seeing them. In those days, Adejoke they try.
You won't try it.
Adejoke won't be a da. Even to go parties, you have to scale fence. If you say you've not done it before, you are lying. Or maybe you go through the gate. And you just decide to go. You know, and you have to change your clothes again. And you know, but see, let's come to reality. But now they care less. They don't want to know whether their mother's father is seeing them, their godparents, their teacher. They sit down guys' lives in the open. So how do we teach our girls? We see them as more vulnerable. Boys, I was telling somebody, we were at an event on Sunday, and I was telling somebody, this one that there is heat. You guys, you turn to Baba Nikolapo late, due respect. But they were just in their pants and the top is off. I said, women cannot try this. Hello, where can do if all of you are women? I said, no. Because anyone bump into you, even a fellow woman will say, these ones are lesbians.
Yes.
That will be the conclusion. But you have grace. So I believe guys have more grace because they are boys. Boys will be boys, you know. But now, the girl child, how do we teach them to have self-worth? Especially in today's world. How?
Okay, thank you. So I'll take first example that is at hand for me. While raising my first child, she battled with self-esteem.
How old is she?
She's a teenager now.
Oh, yeah.
But then, in 3-4 years, 5 years,
wow.
when she was writing English composition, she would say, I'm a fair girl. This girl is dark. It's very dark.
Yeah.
She's so dark, and maybe she's feeling inferior with her mates because most of her mates are queer. So she's now writing in English composition. She brought it on one day, and I was correcting her. I said, you are dark. She said, Mommy, I'm like you. I'm fair like you. I said, no, you are dark and you're beautiful. So it starts from when they are small that we start training them. God, I was able to discover that. I was in another scenario. I was in a bus. I just stepped in, and another moment I saw a girl shouting, "Leave me alone, me alone." And by the time I looked back, the guy was touching her breast.
Excuse me?
Yes, ma'am. And nobody in a vehicle of 18 seaters.
Wow.
No one talked. They said, do we know whether they are together? Do we know this? I said, hey, I was the last person to come in then. I said, What's the meaning of this? Like, because it has always been my kind not to see such thing
and just take your eyes away from it.
So how do we raise these children to be confident, to have self-worth, to know that they are worth it? There are a lot of people, even as coach, I've met with a lot of them that are struggling with self-worth. It starts from cradle. It starts from when they are young, you know, in the family. Even in the family, we compare. Comparison. So your brother, your sister, your this, you start comparing. In the class, teacher will also do the same. They compare. In society, compares. Everybody compares. So they now look at themselves, I don't want it. Who am I? I can live myself. I can sleep with any man. I can do this. I can do that. So we need to love them and reason with them, and being able to identify that this child needs help, not shout. It's not about shouting. And most of African parents will do more of shouting than educating, sitting them down to see who they are. That's what bad this thing. You know, I also battled with it, you know, because of my childhood experience. And I tend to keep quiet even when I'm supposed to talk. And a lot of children out there, girls, they have power, they have inbuilt abilities, but they have stopped them. Some of your children, they are talking, you are saying, shut up! What are you saying? All these things, you are killing their self-worth already. So, and when they see somebody who listens to them, even when the person says, sit on my lap, I will touch this, they won't care because the person is listening to them. So these are ways you need to change your technique as parents.
Now, talking about changing techniques as parents, how do we instill discipline in children without being timed strict or being seen strict? You know, there's a slogan, they say African parents.
African
parents. I try to bring in
all of them is a ringtone
training. My daughter would say to me, African mom. But if you look at it, and one day I told her, yes, I am proud to be an African mom because what I'm instilling with you is what I was raised with. Is the reason today I am who I am because of that training. Yes, probably then it was stiff. But we are not bringing that stiffness. We are communicating, but we are still disciplined. Even in the midst of friendship, you mistake, I still spank, I still scold you. Me and you, we are gisting, you're climbing on my head. You do one thing instantly, I make you understand that. So how do we instill discipline in this generation of children without them seeing us as strict and running away? Because there's how you even discipline a child. A child would want to give you that distance because they feel like every time mommy is always. So how do we balance it without them looking at us in that African?
They will definitely look at you in Africa. There's no doubt about that because your own generation, maybe millennial or whatever the generation is different from their own generation. So no matter the measure you take, but one thing is, communication is very important while raising your children. Get feedback from them. Give them feedback. How do you think I can do better in raising you? You know, when they are, like even in their primary school, no matter maybe 5 or 6, they can reason well. So you can ask them, how do you think I can do better as parent? If the point they raise are point you are working on, let them know that, yes, I'm working on this. It's one of the challenges I'm facing, but how can we even do it better? So you are communicating and you are also relating. Then they already know that, daddy or mommy is struggling with this. We can help. And you, even as child, how do I help you to be better? Like we are all communicating. Communicating is not about we shouting all the time. But what we African parents we know is more of shouting. Because these children, we leave you, they will say, keep shouting now. He does not know more than shouting. Let him continue to shout. When you are tired of shouting, you will stop. Then another time they will say, this house is boring. Like,
work on it.
Like,
work on
you
it.
need to leave this house. By the time they get admission,
they're gone.
They're off.
What's the salon?
Come and
Not
ask.
in law.
Come and
They will
ask.
now be giving you excuses. I'm not coming home this semester. The workload is more. They
La 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 la. They no say
They
it.
don't want to come home. So we need to build that relationship and open communication. You should have a time out with these children as you are raising them. It's not about the traditional way of cook, a time out where it's just you, and let them be free. At that time, you are picking those things. Even that time that I say, is it me that you are talking to like that? Some of them, they don't know. Yesterday, something happened. So one girl called one mama, Kinikon. And the child that she attached to the mom's name, the child is older than that particular child. And this woman came to me and said, look at these children you are doing. You can see how she called me and said, did you teach her that they don't say this? She does not know. She needs to know. Let's go back and tell her that this is how to do it. This teenager came to me and said, Mommy, see, this woman was shouting at me. She said I called her this. I said, hey, that name you mentioned, she's married. So you don't call her Mama, so. You call her the younger one. Or you say, Mommy. She said, I don't know. And she's angry with me. I said, go and beg her. So sometimes we think that these children know everything like us. No. We should come to their level. We should level up with them.
Come down to their level.
Level up.
So sometimes a child is crying. As parents, you will stand up and say, Kilo, what's wrong with you? No.
You come
You
close.
sit down.
We are at the level.
Let them sit down. Let you sit down with them. If they are on the floor,
Sit on the floor with them.
That means you are telling them, I can reason like you. I am a child like you. Don't say, when I was, did they know? Were they there? They were not there. So the only thing that you can tell them is being like them. Be lower to them. That child could come to me because I have coached them a lot of times and they know I will reason like them.
You give them ears.
So we too as parents can be like that. We can also go through trainings. We have so many trainings. Being an intentional parent, intentional academy, do different trainings. And this kind of programs too. We are learning. You don't say I have known everything. No. You keep learning as parents because age is changing.
And the generation.
Yes, generation is changing. The way we were raised. Okay, sit down as parents and reason yourself. The way your parents raised you, did you like it totally, 100%?
No.
Did you like everything?
No. No, later I should just come to jail.
We are only consoling ourselves now. Thank God. No.
But yeah, true.
But we know that there are some things they did that we can. They made you where you are.
Yes.
It's only because you now build yourself that one like they've trained you now train yourself. That's what made us what we are today. Not by what they have trained us. And they did it the way they know how to do it.
True.
It's
that's
not
the way they know.
us.
That's the way they know how to do it.
So what is left for us is we keep training ourselves. Parents, if you have children, train yourself. You don't have children, start training before they come. So that when they come, you know, at age 2, age 1, this is what they do, this is what they will ask you. And if you are not careful, that's where you start the relationship. A child of 1 year comes to you with silly question. The way you answer that silly question, will now determine whether the child is coming back again. If you answer wrongly or roughly, then the child will look for a person who is quiet, who answer calmly, and maybe the person will not be taking advantage of that child. So we are the ones throwing our children away. We need to help them.
You know what you said about shouting when you're trying to pass message across to them reminded me of what Remi Lawal said. He's also a parenting coach. And he said, see, when you say, even in establishment, you come in as the boss and you say, you are sacked from this establishment. You know, you said it on a tone. Okay? You now take it the other way around. Get out of this establishment. I don't want to see you again. Do you need to scream to say you are sad? The message is still well passed, even when you say it at a low tone.
Yes.
So, you're not talking to your child. You want to relate. Why not say it in a way? Don't stress yourself. Say you raise your high blood pressure. God bless you.
Yes.
Instead you raise your voice.
That's true. Sometimes you have
The message will still be passed. You know that your children, so you don't need to scream, but sometimes
shouting makes us like we are far from them.
You want to grab the authority by all means.
So you are telling them, I am your. That's what you are shouting, and that's what they are hearing. And they are shouting. They are not hearing what you are saying. They are just hearing, I'm your mom, I'm your dad. Respect me. Honor me.
As if you have lost your hold on them. Wow. Okay.
That means you're feeling inferior. You lose your position.
So I want to ask. You know, the reason why we're having this discussion is we are already in 2025 as far as I'm concerned. You know, and we are preparing our minds. Please don't shout at them. Be like them. Be on the same level. Now, what does it mean totally and distinctly when we say we have a girl with sense? What does it really mean? Categorically, that tag, girl with sense, quote and unquote. What does it really mean to raise a girl with sense? Because girls,
to raise a girl with sense means that girl, you don't need to guide. You have equipped the girl with all the wisdom, all the knowledge, all the understanding, everything. Then you don't need to be guiding. The girl has already known herself. I don't know how to put it, but this girl that you have raised is able to sit down and bring what you have put in her. Be able to fight for herself. Be able to take her position as a girl child, not feeling inferior to others. A girl child with sense will be able to, exhibit that inner strength that she has as a girl. Not fighting that I want to be another thing. Because if you are fighting to be another thing, you are not using your sense.
Confused.
Yes, you are confused. So a girl with sense is physically fit, socially fit, morally fit to stand in the society that she has found herself. A girl that you have done your work. Like, you've done your work and then you are taking her out and she's making you proud there. Say, they have taught her well. This girl is doing well. Because she's exhibiting it. She's practicalizing all the things. She carries herself well. Let me use that word. One of the attributes that girl carries herself well. So I say, I'm so proud of you. You must have come from a good home. Yeah. The way you are dressed, the way you address people. Like some people, the way they talk to people, they talk to them as if, especially these our younger ones. We need to really teach them that this, we have to teach them. I don't know what to say. Like, we can't go deep. But
because of our time.
Yes, because of
our time. There will be a time we'll come and go deep. 1 hour. Yeah. A big joy.
Yeah, definitely. Because we need it.
We actually need so many lessons to learn for young girls.
Just like we're trying to manage our time, I would like to ask, where should parents focus more? Achievements or values? You see, okay, every end of the year, parents leave the main thing and focus on the prize the child comes home with. And I took it upon myself and I told my kids, I said, whether you're given a prize at the end of the term or not is not what matters. What matters is I look at the average. What was your average for last time? What is your average for this year? So as far as I'm concerned, it means that you have 3 children in a class who are intellectually sound. But for one mark, the difference is just 1 mark. That has not made you a failure. Now, but parents tend to lose focus. We focus, especially now with this Instagram glance mama that we have. Everybody wants to put the child out there on Instagram. Everybody wants the child to be paparazzi. I saw a popular celebrity early hours of this morning screaming and was saying, parents, stop bleaching your kids.
No, they
Why
still
are
do.
you using
They still
cream?
do. They
Why?
still
Why?
do.
And she was, speaking with the Lord that why are you bleaching your children? What do you want to achieve? These are babies. They are called babies. They are called children for a reason. So where should parents focus more? Achievements or instilling values? Because for me, I feel like it is the values we instill that will bring forth the achievements.
Definitely.
And so when you're losing that and you're focusing, at the end of the day, the child gets achievement without value. We've seen children that, yes, they are wealthy, but they are mannerless. They talk to their parents anyhow.
That's the word.
Yeah, they are mannerless.
That's the word.
So where should parents focus channel more? And again, for parents who have lost it, yes, and how do they retrieve their steps backward to say, okay, this new year, let me sit down, rethink, and rethink again.
Okay. All right. I'll say that value is very important. Values. They say iwalewa. That our character is our beauty. You can't say you are beautiful when you don't have character
At all.
There is no religion that supports it. All religion, they support it that you must have good character. That means value is very essential.
Very.
We need to build children who have the right values in every aspect, holistically, educational wise, social wise, physical wise, in every aspect. I'm not saying achievement is not important, but values are very important. Values are very important. If you have first class,
it's because you have
first
values.
class that cannot defend the first class.
That's all. Just carry first class.
Yes. So that's the meaning. So you need to build that value. Value is very important. And for parents who have missed it, like we have a round table, you need to have a round table with your children. If they are not around, call them. Do family meeting. And let's start from the beginning.
It's never too late.
When a foundation is destroyed, say, what can the director do? The
Nothing.
director will
Nothing.
sit down and go back to the drawing table. Let's go back to the drawing table, have family patterns, have family lifestyle, have family structures. Build that structure from the beginning. We did not have it. What are your family goals? What are the things your family is standing for? We want to be a blessing to the community. But is that character you are exhibiting, is it a blessing to the community?
That's it.
So we need to go back to the table, draw a family plans together, all the family members, and see how you can work together as one big family.
See how we can work it together as one big family. Thank you so much, Devans Mama. It's so good to have you this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we pray that as we put this out to you, we're not here to bring you down or believe you're not working. All we're saying is we're walking into a new year. You need to do more. You are never going to be tired over your children, because it will work well for you at the long run. There will be a time, it's not that you don't have legs, but you just sit down in your living room and you just want to on the light or the switch, or even if remote remote may be on the table. Sometimes parents say, maybe that remote. It's not because you're crippled. You are enjoying the advantage of no matter how big or how wealthy your personality has become, you have raised a trophy child. Thank you so much once again. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having
Joy,
me.
from your side.
Well, from my side, as we round up 2024, I would like to say this. Sometimes you don't blame the government for everything. And the reason being that if you're in charge of a community thing, right, I think we take responsibility, and we should learn to take responsibility as parents, so that children can learn to take responsibility from us too. Just like Lolo is jokingly saying, you can't sit down and cross your leg and do this thing. There will be a time that child will be looking at you that, why you? In as much as you do that, try to take responsibility for your actions. where you're wrong, claim you're wrong and apologize. We should learn to be intentional. Apologize to your children when you've offended them. A lot of us didn't have the opportunity of our parents apologizing to us. Till now, said there are some things that I'm expecting Honorable should come here and say, okay, Jay, I'm sorry. Or my mom should come here and say, I'm sorry. But we can't get that. So we should be intentional parents. And thank you very much, because tomorrow we'll be shouting Happy New Year. And it's the crossover service. Please stay safe out there. For those of you that are shooting the bangers, the fireworks, please watch out for people who have BP. Somebody shot this thing and a lady screamed. And it took us a while to calm her. So please, as you're shooting, as you're celebrating, be safe. Do it in a place of safety. We'll see you tomorrow. I am Princess Joy.
Also, don't forget, young ones around you. A young boy of 6-year-old wanted to shoot a banger, I think, sometime last week. I saw the video, I couldn't even watch. The hands were all decapitated, and it's just, I pray he's doing fine right now. So please, don't buy these things for our children. They are too young to start doing it. Let the adults know what they will hand over to, to the children. God will help us. The wisdom of God will help us. Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day. As we say, Happy New Year. So, the parenting advantage in 2025. What are those parenting advantage? That's going to be our topic. The parenting advantage in the new year. And I pray God will help us. Even the few hours to the new year, drive safely. Don't drink while you drive. Don't start punching your phones while you're driving. And please drive like the only same person on the road. Don't start all those. Let's take it cool. Let's enter the year with cool head, calm and collected. And God will help us. As you remain at Dejoke, at with David, my friends call me Olori. To everyone, our guys, Magdalene, thank you for everything you do on Family and Values with all our questions. Thank you so much. We love you. And to everyone, we love you too. Have a splendid day and enjoy your crossover as you walk into 2025. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.